Cowboy Nation, this is your brother from another mother. Back at it with another information for you guys. We're going to talk about the team captain situation with Mike McCarthy. He came out and said, hey, every week there will be a different flow of team captains. Not for the entire year, but every week. Meaning that you got to prove yourself. You got to earn your grain of salt every week. So that team captain situation can change on the dime, and I like it. I love it. I can't wait to see it, basically. Now, in other news, I think one of the defensive ends for the LA Rams, they already coming out saying this right here. Hey, we've been watching YouTube videos of the Dallas Cowboys to figure out what this offense is going to be about. Let me tell you guys right quick. Nobody knows what this offense is going to be about. So I think his name is Michael from the LA Rams. Look, you can keep watching. You're going to have to continue to watch because this is a brand new flavor, new feel, a new vibe, and the YouTube videos will not help you. Trust me, I know. We peeled through so much film. Trust me, I know. It won't help you out trying to figure out Mike McCarthy / Kellen Moore's offense. So just be ready. That's what I'm going to say with that. Now, on top of that, Cowboy Nation, this team, the flavor, the flow, everything else, man, you already know where I'm going, right? When I say the flavor and the flow, I'm about to talk about this Earl Thomas situation. All right, so reported news out there is that Earl Thomas camp was, I guess, told that the Dallas Cowboys would not be interested until they give up multiple touchdowns by the secondary. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 touchdowns in one game. Now, the craziest thing of it all when we start talking about the Dallas Cowboys defense, we can look good through the regular season. That's the craziest thing. The defense, you can always look good through the regular season. But it's when everything gets condensed. It's when everything gets close. And when it's time to punch it in the playoffs. Oh, Lord, what are you talking about? Well, everything gets condensed, especially when you're talking about defense. If you don't have that experience, if you don't have playoff experience, don't expect that you can just pull it out of the sky from a Darian Thompson or a Donovan Wilson. No matter how we look at it, those boys don't have true playoff experience. Experience matter, Cowboy Nation. I cannot stress this out enough. Now, I'm not saying that Earl Thomas is the end-all, be-all, but that's what the reports out there are saying. So we can pretty much stick a fork in Earl Thomas, right? And of course, they signed Brandon Carr, right? So he's supposed to be that guy. If in a pinch, they'll pull him up or elevate him off the practice squad and bring him on the 53-man team or the 46 or the 47, whatever active roster to help out this team. That's the bet that the Cowboys choose to make, and that's the bet that they have to lay in. Basically, that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. So we can look good all through the regular season, but when you get into the big dance, when you get on the playoff arena, well, that type of field, that's when everything condenses. Let me know if I'm lying, Cowboy Nation. So by them shutting the door, saying that, hey, we got to wait till 3 to 4 touchdowns, because I don't believe that this particular team is just going to blow cover just like that. Now, it could happen. It could happen. It could flat out happen. But I believe with the front four and how this defense should attack, you look at the operative words that I'm using, should attack the opposing team. We should create enough pressure. I think Diggs is a dog enough to stand his ground a little bit. And I think that if Cheeto Awuzie can just at least turn his head around and get his head around towards the ball, then we okay. Worley, he should be just that guy too, to bat the ball down and these sorts of things. It's not like, hey, this team going to be 1,000% trash without Earl Thomas. All I'm saying is that when you get into the playoffs, baby, everything gets condensed, everything gets harder. Teams have better chances of understanding what you bring to the table. They figure out your warts. They figure out all of your trials and all of those situations. And then they got more film on you. They got more tape on you. They understand your tendencies better. And that's why the experienced player or the players with that type of grasp of knowledge plays better when it's playoff time. That's why you don't see those crazy plays like what Jeff Heath did a couple of years ago. or you don't see those crazy plays of giving up the run like the Cowboys did a couple years ago. And I'm not trying to single out one player because that whole game was washed, right? Experience do matter. People play with a faster tempo. And just like even in 2000, and I want to say 16, when we made it to the playoff, the team was relatively pretty young. Didn't have a lot of guys that had playoff experience. So that is what you get. You get what you got, basically. So if this team decides to just roll out with what they got and believe and trust in their guys of who they got and where they stand at, this is where they're going to go. Now, as far as the offensive side of the ball, I think the LA Rams saying that they're looking at YouTube videos to try to overcompensate, the lack of preseason games or the lack of knowledge that they got with this particular offense. Keep watching because they didn't give us no formation during training camp. They didn't give us no good looks. Now, they did give us a little separation here and there from receivers and stuff like that, but that's stuff that you can probably look at on the college tapes. It was nothing really spectacular as, hey, they lined up. When they have the tight end on the field, they had the tendency to run the ball towards the right side of the field. They didn't show none of that stuff, Cowboy Nation. Because if they did, then we would have been like, yeah, take a look at this. This is how this offense is going to rock and roll for the 2020 season. Oh, this is what Mike McCarthy have a tendency to do when they bring in a Tony Pollard TP. Are you with me? Especially when you have Ezekiel, the main man, Elliott on the field. Oh, this is what they do when they have Blake Jarwin, Schultz. But they didn't give us none of that stuff. They've been incognito with this film. They've been Area 51, or they've been all of those things with this film. They just didn't give out anything. So we'll find out, Cowboys Nation, of what this team would exhibit and exudes. The only thing, like I said before, my biggest reservation would be the offensive line. But even if the offensive line had everything intact, that would still be my same talk track. Because still, the offensive line unit is the only unit that everybody got to see at one time, not just one individual drill. So, with all that being said, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. Let me know how you guys feel of the Captain Every Week groove. Let me know how you guys feel of the players, the opposition, saying that, hey, we're going to look at some YouTube videos. And let me know how you guys feel of the Earl Thomas saga. Can we finally stick a fork in it? It's done. It's over with. Unless the LA Rams hang up 40 to 50 points and the interior of the secondary give up 3 or 4 touchdowns. Let me know how you guys feel. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. I'm out. Peace.